No. Good evening, everyone. Mayor, I'd like to call to order the regular meeting of the Elmwood Park Mayor and Council for December 21st, 2023, to order at 7:02 p.m. On roll call, we have Council members Dennis. Here. Fasolo, absent. Golubek. Here. Pellegrin. Here. Sheridan. Here. Council President Ballasteri.
Here.
Mayor Coletti.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to keep the noise down, please. The crowd, just keep it down a little bit. We have a nice event here tonight. We will be celebrating some people on some moves and some years that have been spent here on the council. But first, we must do our due diligence, which is a prayer and a flag salute. And who better to give us our prayer than Pastor Ron?
Heads bowed, please. Thank you, Mayor. Heavenly Father, we just want to thank you for this day, because this is the day that you have made. At the beginning of our calendar year, everyone was here present, and as we're closing our calendar year, everyone is present. And we thank you for that. Father God, you have kept us through the year. We had some decisions to make. We wasn't always agreeable, but we came to agreement for the betterment of your people, the town and the borough of Elmwood Park, and we thank you, dear Father. We thank you for our police department and all of our first responders. We thank you for the chief, the mayor, and the council again, as we are closing this day, the night of this calendar year. We honor your majesty, we honor your dominion, in your heavenly name, and we all say, amen.
Amen. Thank you, Pastor. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Whereas Chapter 231, the public laws of the state of New Jersey, require at the commencement of every meeting a statement of compliance be read by the presiding officer. Now, therefore, be advised that the meeting requirements for this meeting have been met by publishing a special notice in the Record and Herald News, and by posting such notice in the office of the Borough Clerk, as well as in a public place within the municipal building. Also by notifying interested citizens. Said notice was posted and transmitted on January 6th, 2023, and published on January 10th, 2023. Ms. Morris.
Thank you. First on our agenda, we have approval of minutes. We have the April 6, 2023 work session, April 6, 2023 executive session, April 20th, 2023 regular meeting, April 20th, 2023 executive session, April 4th, 2023 work session, April 4th, 2023 executive session, May 4th, May 18th, 2023 regular meeting, June 1st, 2023 work session, June 1st, 2023 executive session, June 15th, 2023 regular meeting, and June 23rd, 2023 special meeting.
May I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Dennis.
Yes.
Fasolo, absent. Golubek.
Yes.
Pellegrin.
Yes.
Sheridan.
Yes.
Council President Ballasteri.
Here. Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Minutes approved. Moving on to presentation of detective badges. At this time, I'm going to turn the meeting over to our Borough Administrator and Police Chief Michael Foligno. And first up, we have Officer Ryan Nichols.
Thank you, Shanae. Good evening, everybody. Tonight, we're going to be appointing 2 new police officers to detective, to the rank of the appointment of detective. First, we have Ryan Nichols. Ryan started his law enforcement career with the city of Paterson as a Paterson police officer in July of 2014. He attended the Bergen County Police Academy, and upon graduation, he served the city of Paterson as a patrol officer in the patrol division. Ryan then transferred to the Elmwood Park Police Department in April of 2015, where he served in the patrol division until January of 2023, and he was reassigned to the Detective Bureau. Ryan is a hard worker. He's a very intelligent guy. He's got the coolest, calmest demeanor of the whole department, and he doesn't speak unless spoken to, but he does an outstanding job, and he's really embraced the new position. I tortured these two guys. I put them in there in January, and I didn't appoint them for a year. It's usually in and boom, and they passed it. That was a test, guys, and you passed the test. So congratulations, Ryan. Come up and receive your shield.
Did you finish growing yet?
At this time, we're going to have Officer Nicholas Saravolo, and I will turn the meeting back over to our BA and Police Chief Michael Foligno.
Thank you, Sinead. Nick Saravallo, lifelong resident of Elmwood Park, a graduate of Elmwood Park Memorial High School. Nick, follow this one. Nick started his law enforcement career in 2015 as a Class 1 Special in Seaside Heights. He then was sent to the academy and became a Special 2 in Seaside Heights. He then was transferred to the New Jersey State Parks Police Department, where he served in their patrol division. In 2018, he transferred to his hometown police department of Elmwood Park, where he was assigned to the patrol division. After a short time, because of his hard work and dedication, Nick was assigned as a field training officer. In January of 23, along with Ryan, he was assigned to the Detective Bureau, where he has proven himself to be a good detective. Another two soft-spoken guys, but very, very smart, good investigators under the direction of Captain Kemp. He recommended them to stay in the Bureau, and are doing a great job in there. Nick, come on up and get your shield.
Ms. Morris? Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to wear, guys.
Next, we have a special presentation to the governing body members, and I'm going to turn the meeting over to Mayor Coletti.
Yes, thank you, thank you. Well, for you folks that stay with us week after week, and you see what this mayor and council goes through, and a lot of times we don't agree with each other, but at the end of the day, we all know, and I always use the rule of 9, 8 and 1 is 9, 7 and 2 is 9, and I'm not a mathematical wizard, 6 and 3 is 9. It all ends up at the same sum. And when it comes to council people, once again, we don't want bobbleheads up here. We want people who are individual and that gives their true feeling, and it benefits the town by not having clone-type council people and mayor. But this lady here that we're going to celebrate tonight, she's been here for quite some time, and Sandy, we've agreed and disagreed, but I always had respect for you. The fact that we do this at all. I broke it down the other day that for the time we spend, and I figure about 20 hours a week, each council person, some way or another, it's about, the stipend we get is about $6 an hour. So I think it's plain and clear that we don't do this for the money. It's got to be for the love of the town. So Sandy, I'm going to present this to you. We'll go down there and take our picture. All right, it'd be good for PR seeing you and me together, right? Okay, but do appreciate your endeavor, and I'm sure our council people are going to say some good and wonderful things about you.
Thank you.
With our deepest appreciation, the mayor and council honor Sandy Ballesteri. We recognize your 6 years of exceptional leadership and unconditional commitment serving as a councilwoman for the Borough of Elmwood Park. Thank you. December 21st, 2023. Council comments? Tanisha, we always start with you.
Mayor? Detective Saravolo and Detective Nichols, is that how you say it? Nichols, sorry. I just want to congratulate you guys. It's nice to know that you've actually been in this position since January and you passed the test, so that just shows that you're fit for this position. Congratulations on all your hard work getting to this point. I wish you luck going forward and continued success. Stay safe.
Thank you,
And
Tanisha.
you're coming back to Sandy, right?
Oh, yeah, two. Yeah, go.
Oh, I did 2 for 1. Okay.
Yeah, 2 for 1.
This one's a little bit difficult for me, but I'm going to try really hard. Sandy, you are a class act. You have shown nothing but dedication to all things Elmwood Park. You carry yourself with such strength and dignity and loyalty to our residents and to our town. And, you know, it's hard for me to say all these things without getting emotional, but I just want to thank you for being such a great leader. Thank you for your dedication. Thank you for all the time you gave us. You have some really big shoes, and they're going to be hard to fill, but you are so memorable, and I just want to thank you for being you and for showing us loyalty and respect and showing us that we can disagree, but we can always remain respectful. And the mayor made a comment about how much time we spend, you know, each week if we try to quantify it, but I kind of feel like we're council people 24/7, and you've shown that no matter what time of day or night it is, you're always thinking about the residents of Elmwood Park. And I just want you to know that we're always thinking about you, and I'm going to miss you, but I'm going to always make sure that I carry the same qualities that you have and show you that you were very meaningful to me up here, and I appreciate everything you've done. Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilman Golubek.
Thank you, Mayor. First, I want to congratulate Detective Sarvallo and Detective Nichols. Congratulations, all the best. Hopefully as your career continues, that we'll see more upward movement for you guys. So I wish you both all the best. To Councilwoman Sandy Balasheri, 6 years, spent on this council. I first met Sandy in 2010 when I was like 14 years old, and she was running for council at the time. And times it was very different back then. There was no fancy flyers, glossy flyers. We had a piece of paper with Sandy's name at the top and a couple of bullet points, no picture even. And I remember distinctly, and our group was on the outs, and we were walking in a neighborhood, and the person you're running against, I'll change the name because it doesn't matter who. Let's say they were Joe Smith. Joe Smith drives by as Sandy and I are going door to door, pulls down the window and goes, "This is Smithland. What are you doing around here?" And I remember how we always come back to that moment. And obviously, we've been together ever since. Sandy, you're the most loyal person I've ever worked with in politics. So I thank you for that. It's been a pleasure, and it's also an honor to call you a close friend. And I know that this is not the last time that you'll be involved in your town that you love. So all the best, Sandy, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman Pellegrin.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Congratulations to the 2 officers receiving your detective badges tonight. A very proud moment for you and your families. Wishing you both continued success as you continue your career here in Elmwood Park. Stay safe, and may God always bless you. And to Sandy, I want to thank you for all your years of service to our community. I would say that one of the things that we did together that we did well was working on Council Corner, and I'm very proud of that. We worked on that together for 6 years, and I think we gave our residents another avenue and forum to express themselves, and we were a good team with that. So I thank you. I wish you all the best, and happy holidays to you, and whatever you do next, I wish you well.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilwoman Sheridan.
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, I'd like to say congratulations to the detectives. God bless, be safe, and always I lost my train of thought. Always be safe. Sandy. We've been through a lot. I mean, back in the day, 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
I wish you well. Good luck. I'm sure you'll be back eventually. And the best.
Thank you, Terry.
Okay, that's it, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. And now for the lady of the evening, Council President Ballesteri.
Thank you, Mayor. First, I'd like to congratulate Detective Ceravolo and Detective Nichols on your well-deserved appointments. Continue to stay safe, good luck, and God bless you in your newest role. I would like to begin by saying it has been a privilege for me to have been given the opportunity to serve our residents on the council for the last 6 years. I am proud of what we as a mayor and council have accomplished by working together much of the time. I have served my community over 25 years in different capacities, from being an EMT with our volunteer ambulance, where I learned firsthand how hard our first responders work. I then spent 10 years on Board of Education, many committees, volunteering with Strangers Helping Strangers, and council. I've developed many friendships when you're all in, as I am, because my grandchildren are our 4th generation in Elmwood Park. As the mayor said at a recent meeting, that I won't be going anywhere. Well, that's so true. That's the truth. I do wish the hard work continues, and we know it will if the mayor and council can continue to work together. Thank you to my colleagues for all the well wishes, kind words, and most important, your friendships. Those I truly cherish. You have always had confidence in me, and it is a privilege to have worked closely with all of you. Chief, it's always a pleasure working with you. You're the 24/7 man, and always have yourself available to us. I treasure your friendship as well. Sal, my friend, you have worked well with both sides of the aisle, always for the best interest of the residents as a borough attorney. And Pastor Ron, of course, I always thank you for your prayers for our mayor and council at every meeting. It certainly is a blessing to have you there for us. In January, Joe and I are expecting our 7th grandchild, and in May, our 8th grandchild. So 2024 will be a busy year, to say the least. I am truly blessed. I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Be kind to one another. It goes a long way. Thank you.
Well, Sandy, you know what they say about grandchildren, right? They're beautiful, and then they go home. Well, I want to wish you happiness as your life progresses and you're moving forward, and naturally good health. Okay, to our 2 detectives, we are happy for you. It shows progress with your short-term goals, that you're moving up, separating yourself a little from the pack, so to speak. And I'm sure you're going to do a good job, otherwise you wouldn't have been recommended, and we wish you the best, and we want to see further promotions down the line. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a brief break. We'll be right back.
Mayor, I would like to reestablish a quorum for our regular mayor and council meeting on December 21st, 2023. On roll call, we have council members Dennis.
Here.
Fasolo, absent. Golubek. Here. Pellegrin.
Here.
Sheridan.
Here.
Council President Ballesteri.
Here.
Mayor Coletti.
Here.
We have reestablished a quorum. Next on the agenda, we have ordinances on second reading. Resolution R-444-23, introduce ordinance number 23-40 on second reading. Whereas the public notice has been given by the Borough Clerk that an ordinance entitled, an ordinance amending the Borough Code and all general ordinances of the Borough, more specifically creating and establishing under Chapter 33, new ordinance entitled Business and Rental Insurance Registration to permit, require, and regulate the production of insurance certificates, was introduced and passed at a meeting held on Thursday, November 9th, 2023, and that for the consideration of this ordinance we've taken up at this meeting. And whereas all persons interested in said ordinance were given an opportunity to be heard concerning the same. Now therefore it be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that an ordinance entitled An ordinance amending the Borough Code and all general ordinances of the borough, more specifically creating and establishing under Chapter 33, new ordinance entitled Business and Rental Insurance Registration to permit, require, and regulate the production of insurance certificate, passed on final reading.
May I have a motion to open to the public?
So moved. Second.
Anyone from the audience care to comment on this ordinance and this ordinance alone? If not, I will close the public portion. May I have a motion to adopt the ordinance?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
First by Pellegrin, second by Golubek. On roll call, we have Councilmember Dennis.
Yes.
Fasolo, absent. Golubek.
Yes.
Pellegrin.
Yes.
Sheridan.
Yes.
Council President Ballasteri.
Yes.
Motion carries. Next, we have Resolution R-445-23, introduced ordinance number 23-41 on second reading. Whereas the public notice has been given by the Borough Clerk that an ordinance entitled, an ordinance amending the Borough Code, amending Chapter 17, Environmental Regulation, more specifically Section 17.1, lead paint, to the Code of the Borough concerning lead-based paint inspections, was introduced and passed at a meeting held on Thursday, November 9, 2023, and that further consideration of this ordinance will be taken up at this meeting. And whereas all persons interested in said ordinance were given an opportunity to be heard concerning the same. Now therefore be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that an ordinance entitled, an ordinance amending the code, amending Chapter 17, Environmental Regulation, more specifically Section 17.1, lead paint, to the Code of the Borough concerning lead-based paint inspections, passed on final reading.
Motion to open to the public.
So moved. Second.
Anyone from the public care to comment on this ordinance and this ordinance alone? If not, I will close the public portion. May I have a motion to adopt the ordinance?
So moved.
Second.
Call the roll, please.
First by Pellegrin, second by Sheridan. Our roll call, we have Councilmember Dennis.
Yes.
Fasolo, absent. Golubek.
Yes.
Pellegrin.
Yes.
Sheridan.
Yes.
Council President Ballasteri.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Take a deep breath on this one.
Okay, moving on to our consent agenda. We have resolutions R-446-23, approval of payroll, R-447-23, approval of biz list, R-448-23, authorized vacation buyback, R-449-23, resolution to refund overpayment, R-450-23, resolution to refund overpayment, R-451-23, resolution to redeem third-party tax lien, R-452-23, resolution to redeem third-party tax lien, R-453-23, resolution to redeem third-party tax lien, R-454-23, resolution to redeem third-party tax lien, R-455-23, emergency resolution NJS 40A:4-48 under 3% limitation, R-456-23, emergency resolution NJS 40A:4-48 under 3% limitation, R-457-23, emergency resolution NJS 40A:4-48 under 3% limitation, R-458-23, emergency resolution NJS 40A:4-49, R-459-23, cancellation of funds, R-460-23, authorized building department refund, R-461-23, authorized current estimate number 2, change order number 1, 2023 Borough Road Program, R-462-23, award proposal for professional services, Alignment Group, FY 2023, CDBG, 14th Avenue, Ayuso Terrace for East 53rd Street, East 53rd Street, 15th to 18th Avenue, 16th Avenue, East 53rd to East 55th Streets, R-463-23, appointment of an investigator into a fire incident complaint received by the borough. R-464-23, appointment of Veretta LLC to conduct personnel investigation in the fire department. R-465-23, appointment of part-time dispatcher police department, Jasmine Munoz. R-466-23, authorize the mayor to execute an interlocal agreement with the borough parameters for borough vehicles. R-467-23, approve the 2023 Fire Department clothing allowance. R-468-23, approve Elmwood Park Fire Department stipend program, third quarter compensation. R-469-23, resolution accepting proposal of community grants, planning and housing for professional affordable housing administration services. R-470-23, resolution accepting proposal of community grants, planning and housing for professional affordable housing rehabilitation and administration services. R-471-23, appointment of municipal housing liaison. R-472-23, endorsing the planning board adopted 2022 third round housing element and fair share plan of the Borough of Elmwood Park. R-473-23, appointment of police towers. R-474-23, approve handicap parking space, Franklin Street. R-475-23, resolution of the approval for Culture Craft Cannabis Collective LLC to receive one cultivation microbusiness cannabis license and one manufacturing microbusiness cannabis license to operate at 48 Bushes Lane within the Borough of Elmwood Park. R-476-23, resolution of the approval for Treehouse Dispensary LLC to receive a microbusiness cannabis license to operate at 21 Midland Avenue within the Borough of Elmwood Park. R-477-23, resolution confirming the endorsement and authorization of Elmwood Park CDBG application submission for Dermis Place roadway improvements. R-478-23, hiring employees to staff the Elmwood Park Emergency Medical Service Unit. R-479-23, hiring employees to staff the Elmwood Park Emergency Medical Service Unit. R-480-23, hiring employees to staff the Elmwood Park Emergency Medical Service Unit. R-481-23, approval of items of revenue appropriation, NJSA 40A:4-87. R-482-23, appointment of firefighter. R-483-23, authorize agreement for a certified recycling professional with the Bergen County Utilities Authority. R-484-23, approval of transfers. R-485-23, appoint Deputy Borough Clerk Angela Fava. R-486-23, resolution to approve the consent agenda.
May I have a motion on the consent agenda, please?
I need a second.
We need a second. Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
First by Pellegrin, second by Golubek. On roll call, we have Councilmembers Dennis.
Yes.
Fasolo, absent. Golubek.
Yes.
Pellegrin.
Yes.
Sheridan.
Yes.
Council President Ballasteri.
Yes.
Motion carries. Now we have department.
May I just impose?
Yes. In the mic, so we can hear you sound.
Last meeting, there was a Mr. Mazzano from 99 Main Avenue with the property with regarding to the application for a tax and for approval to get monies to mediate. And the council directed me to revise the letter, look at it and so forth, and I mailed it out to each one of you for review. I finalized that letter, and I would request at this time, because it's a time of the essence for them for the application. I think the letter that I redrafted, I protected the borough and almost impeccably with regards to any liability or any approval still pending. So I would request, if anything, on an oral approval to sign the letter so that it can be forwarded.
Council, did anybody have any questions regarding what Sal's asking?
I just want to say I asked numerous questions at that meeting, and Mr. Ingraffia incorporated all of those things into the letter, so I'm very comfortable.
Balance of the council.
I'm good.
We're good? Salvatore, we're good?
Okay.
And thank you for following through so thoroughly and keeping the town out of harm's way.
Okay, next on the agenda, we have departmental reports. We have the Recreation Advisory Board meeting minutes from September 18th, 2023, and the Library Board meeting minutes from October 16th, 2023.
Motion to accept the departmental reports. We need a second? Any discussion? All in favor?
Okay, now we have applications. We have one from American Legion for instant raffle starting January 2nd, 2024 through December 17th, 2024. Another one from American Legion for bingo, starting January 2nd, 2024 through December 17th, 2024.
May I have a motion to accept these applications?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Mayor, this concludes my portion of the meeting. I will turn it over to you for council reports.
Thank you, Shanae. Once again, Councilwoman Dennis. You look lonely down there.
I feel like I'm by myself. Thank you, Mayor. Just want to mention, last time we met, well, after the last time we met, we all attended some holiday events in Elmwood Park, specifically our tree lighting event over at the Recreation Center, where hundreds of families and children attended. It was a very well-attended event, very well organized. We had a wonderful time, and we were happy to see our residents out there having a great time. And since that day, we have seen our Santa Clauses rolling around our streets, dancing to some wonderful Jersey music, and just entertaining our residents. So it's been a great holiday season. I'm happy that it's almost over, but I wanted to just wish everyone a happy holiday season. I'm looking forward to what next year has to come. Progress, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilman Golubek.
Thank you, Mayor. Last week, the Elmwood Park Fire Department held their annual meeting to select their leadership for 2024. So I'm happy to report the following lineup for 2024. 2nd Battalion Chief Tyler Lewinsky, 1st Battalion Chief Mike Jones, Assistant Chief Greg Thompson, and Department Chief Ed Mierzejewski. I wish all the officers all the best in 2024, and with that I also want to thank the outgoing Chief, Chief Rob Bruce. Thank him for his 3 years of service as Chief of the department. I'd like to wish all the residents a happy and healthy holiday and wish you all the very best in 2024. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman Pellegrin?
Yes, Mayor, a few things. My Board of Health update, the rabies clinic for dogs and cats was held on November 15. 53 dogs and 6 cats were vaccinated. Their next meeting is January 8th at 7 p.m., and the public is always welcome to attend. Residents Assistant Program update. Last week, we held our annual toy shop for those in need. Over 100 children will receive toys this holiday season due to the generosity of so many. We thank everyone who donated to make this all possible. Also, I would like to thank all the volunteers who helped with this event. You're all so appreciated. And a very special thank you to our RAP coordinators, Angela Fava and Dion York, for all they do for this wonderful program. I want to congratulate Angela Fava for being appointed to Deputy Clerk for our borough tonight. Angela truly cares about our community and is a team player, and she always goes above and beyond her job description, and I wish her the best in her new role. And lastly, a big thank you to our police department, fire department, recreation team, and DPW team for all the wonderful events this holiday season. You truly all brought so many smiles to the children in our community. The lighting of the menorah for Hanukkah, the tree lighting event, ice skating at the rec, our police and fire departments riding down the streets of our community, bringing so much cheer to all. Each year, these events get bigger and better. I thank you all for all you do for our community. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to all, and may 2024 bring us all good health, happiness, and peace. Progress, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilwoman Sheridan?
Thank you, Mayor. At the last meeting on December 6th, our DPW Supervisor Scott Kors got presented with an award it's a superintendent award, and he got it from the Public American Works Association of the New Jersey chapter.
Wow.
He went down, he got the award. I mean, he does an outstanding job. He makes our town look wonderful. I mean, I just want to give him a really big thank you to our DPW, to all his guys, girls. I mean, they just do a great job. I just wanted to say thank you. Secondly, again, with our DPW, as far as the menorah went, the Christmas tree lighting, all the new decorations around town. I mean, the town really shines for our holiday season. I mean, everything looked really good. The police department, the fire department for their drive-through. I mean, it's really proud to live in this town. Also, the storm we had Sunday night into Monday, again, the DPW did a great job. I mean, the only thing that was bad was Molinar over by Route 80. But from what I hear, that's got nothing to do with our town. That's a state issue. I mean, we all did great. We had a good week considering the rain. I mean, you know, let's just keep everything going for 2024. Happy holiday, happy safe season, and God bless everybody.
Thank you, Terry. Terry, the award that Scott got, is that a state award?
Yes, that's from the New Jersey chapter.
So is he the only one in the state that received that award?
Yes,
Wow,
for 2023.
wow.
I think it was so many municipalities. I think he said over 500 municipalities.
500.
Yes, I think it would be nice if we could honor him at one of our
Yes, we
next
certainly should
meetings.
go and vote. Hear that, Elmwood Park? Number one in the state, or DPW director. Number one.
Great job.
So we don't want to hear no complaints about our DPW for a while. Thank you, Terry. Appreciate that. And Council President Ballesteri?
Thank you, Mayor. I also want to say I attended the tree lighting, and I'll tell you, the crowd gets bigger and bigger. It's really so successful. Everyone involved does such a fabulous job, and I really enjoy that. Even when I went inside, I says, wow, the lines, because they really want the pictures with Santa, and everything seems to get stronger and stronger every year, and that's what we want to see. You know, sometimes we try different events just to see how it goes, and I have to say, from all the departments, everything goes well, and it's really involving the community, and I think that's what it's all about, is make the community involved with us and our police department, fire department, rec department, and you know, just keep us all connected. So I'm very proud that this is happening every year. And I also want to congratulate Angela Fava as the appointment of Deputy Borough Clerk. She really does wear a lot of hats, and going back, I know her a long time. Even when she sat on the council, she did that short time, she did such a phenomenal job. So really, I think anything could be put before her, and she can tackle it with no problem. So I think this position is well earned, and I wish her much luck now in her new position as the Deputy Borough Clerk. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Well, talking about great moments, I have a lady right next to me here who is certified, and
I forgot about that, too.
okay?
Yep. Well, I would, yeah, oh, yeah, I don't want to take your moment.
No, go, please. This is your night, go.
Oh, it's not my name.
Yes.
And Shanae, very proud. You've acquired your certificate for clerk. Congratulations, and you did a great job. Keep going with your hard work, and hopefully these agendas get a little shorter for you. Congratulations. Thank you, Mayor.
It's okay, Sandy. You stole my show, but that's okay.
I wasn't going to do that, but you grabbed
No.
it last time.
We're all very proud of you, Shanae, for accomplishing what you have done, and looking forward to a bright future with you as our clerk. So stay the course. Regarding Christmas and New Year's, it's a wonderful time of the year. You must have heard that 1,000 times growing up. There's a reason for that. It seems like everyone needs that. They need that time where everyone is considerate to each other, and in our own way, we pray for goodness. And I could say that I am personally in a very good spot. The way this town is evolving, we've done a lot in the last 4 years. We're going to do a lot in the coming 4 years. Everybody up here has a piece of it. There's no one totally can steal that show. We brought God into the chambers here, and he sent us Pastor Ron, who love you. And his prayer calms us down, takes some of the politics out of it, and makes it more viable surroundings. So with that, I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. As far as my New Year's resolution, I'm going to be working on being a better person and being a better mayor. With that, may I have a motion to open the floor?
Mayor, can I just say one more thing I forgot to say? I just wanted to thank you, the chief, and Terry for stopping by the toy store and being a part of it, because people see pictures, people hear about it, but unless you really are down there and see the parents that come in, you can't really appreciate what goes on and all the work from the whole community pulling together. So I just wanted to say thank you for stopping by and seeing it firsthand. And again, thank you to everybody that's involved, because it really, and Linda Colombini was there, and Pam Troisi was there, and it was just nice for them to see firsthand actually what goes on. So thank you all for stopping by.
Excellent program, all the programs that were involved here. The members here work diligently on. Their hearts are really here. The hearts are really here, and that's what counts. That's what makes us a great town, and a great town going forward. Our hearts are here. So moving along, before I talk too much, may I have a motion to open the floor to the public?
So moved.
Anyone from the public here to speak on any item whatsoever? Yes, sir. Could you please come forward? You got to give us. He's not going to arrest you. Don't worry about it. He's just going to ask your name and address.
Sorry. Anthony Campbell, addresses in Teaneck. Just want to say thank you very much. Happy holidays to the council, to the mayor. I'm the CEO of Culture Craft Cannabis Collective. Got to gather myself. It's been a long journey. Thank you very much for your support. I will not let you guys down. My team is very excited. Just want to say thank you, because it's been a long journey. I appreciate it. Thank you. That's all.
I don't know how anybody's going to top that one. We have anybody else that care to speak from the public? Yes, sir. Your name, address, please.
Peter Bielik, 87 Lee. So I have 4 topics, questions. I mean, it's issues I've noticed. These are actually sidewalks. Number 1, the new ShopRite. There's no sidewalk. From apartments, if you try to walk over there, there's no sidewalk. There's only for cars. And also for the strip mall, that used to be cross the street and enter the Kmart. Now, there's actually a handicapped crosswalk that starts and ends in the curb. How did they even get signed off? This is ridiculous.
Okay, we'll take a look at that, sir.
Second one, it is Linden Street. It's from the tunnel under the 80 towards Boulevard. Actually, there's a sidewalk that starts and then it's overgrown by grass. Can someone cut the grass out? There's actually perfectly good concrete sidewalk all the way to Boulevard. That could be probably taken care of. That's been for years. That's overgrown for probably 20 years or more.
This is on Market where Route 80 crosses over?
Yeah, on the Linden, from the under the Linden would actually be at the side of the Route 80 onto Boulevard. And actually with the railroad crossing, actually you can see there's a sidewalk, and then it's overgrown by grass and halfway through.
Okay, we got that. Thank you, sir, for bringing that out.
Okay, another one is Main Avenue. Residents that live there towards the railroad tracks. They do not bring the garden waste to the curb. They dump it on the New Jersey Transit tracks. I brought this I called the city, the borough, and someone was supposed to call me back and never did. I reported, I gave him my phone number and detailed information. I spoke with the gentleman that has the business at the end of the main, and I told her, hey, there's people there's piles of garden waste all over on the side of the New Jersey Transit tracks. There's an illegal people cross over to the property used to be Bennigan's, where the people cross over to get, to the bus that gets to Midland Avenue. And you can cross over there, you can see there's piles of everything. And actually, I noticed that the days when there's a day off when the town borough is supposed to pick up the garden waste, people don't put up anything there. And there's supposedly literally like four, like the guy said, between 3 or 4 business homeowners. They just go either they dump in the tracks or cross the street where there's the Superfund site, they dump it over the fence. So I want to bring that to your attention. That's what's going on. This is really a shame.
Some people have no consideration for anybody else, and pigs in plain English,
Yeah.
which we do not like. And we appreciate you bringing that forward to us.
And I have another question. This is about the code. Actually, 2 questions about the code. There's actually, I'm not sure if people are aware of this. Actually, there are some codes in the borough from the 60s, which actually, if in borough inspector could go in on a garbage day and give everybody in town a summons, because code states garbage cans supposed to be metal with metal lids, and that's a code from 67, something like that. And until this day, the code never changed.
Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you, appreciate that, and we should work on changing that. Sal, can you make a note of that, please?
Yeah, Mayor, we already retained services in order for the whole code to be revised, looked at. There's a committee already set up, and there's an attorney that's going to be handling it.
Okay.
And the final one.
No, you only said 4. You only,
I'm sorry, I forgot, I had my notes.
all right,
and
we'll
I
give you
forgot.
one more. Go ahead.
The final one is I understand that many people, some people in the borough buy old houses and they renovate and build them up, and they put up garage. I'm not sure if there's something during the variance or during the permits that they say, I don't have any parking space, I'm going to have a house and have under the house a garage. And after a few years, this happened on Lee Street, this family house like with like it's a duplex. The garages were actually turned into living space. And there's no more garages at those houses. And they actually got filled in with dirt. I saw that there was a permit. So is it now these, this is actually, I know that part of Lee Street from the river up to Elm, that is the problem with the parking. And now there's a duplex, 2-family house. Now the people don't even keep their garages. They're gone. So that's something that's really upsetting for the people who live on the streets.
This is something that we work very hard on, believe it or not. But there's, people have rights, and the first thing you don't want to do is violate those rights. So we have to make sure that every step we make is not violating anybody's personal rights. Problem with the garages today, if you got 2 garages, one is for storage. That's just the way it is. And it forces that car out on to the street or the driveway, which eventually will force it out to the street. So we work very hard on it. If you feel that somebody's violating that, you let us know about it.
It's not violation. There's people who receive the permits to build a 2-family house, like duplex, with garages. And after a few years, they just decided, for both units, just turn them into the living space. The ramps were filled in with dirt, and now there's just only 1 car space.
Mayor,
Would you like to?
Yeah, with that instance, if what you're saying is true, then they violated what is called their CO.
Okay.
And an issue can be made that they violated the CO. You can't convert a garage into a living space without going through some sort of variance application.
Okay.
Okay?
I live
so
on Lee Street, and I never received a
If
letter.
you give us the address, maybe with the building department, we can look into it, and maybe summonses could be issued and reinforce and have them reinstate the garage.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's interesting.
No, don't say, because the law is the law.
I understand, there's a law, I understand.
Yeah.
But I saw when I was passing by, I saw the permit that they received the building permit to do this.
They received a building, unless they had a variance in application.
Yeah.
They would, it's an illegal, or legal, I should say.
Yes.
Apartment, if
Yeah.
if they got a permit.
Mayor.
Yeah, but
Mayor, excuse me. Is this the issue where the gentleman came to the council about a year ago and that they were having major flooding issues? Like they bought the house with the negative driveway and now they got permission to fill in the driveway. Am I understanding this? Lee Street. Is this?
It's a Lee Street, yes,
Right.
yes, yes.
So we had a resident come, you went there a couple times, so this is the property that the gentleman's referencing. So the permit's probably to fill in the driveway, but the conversion of garage into living space is a totally separate issue. I doubt that that's what
Okay.
they got, you know?
Oh,
So
okay.
It's two distinct things.
Oh, okay,
But they
okay.
came, they had a major flooding issue, they didn't build the home, they both bought it later on, whatever, didn't realize.
Yeah, I'm aware,
Yeah.
because I live on the street, so I seen it when it was being built up, and it was actually available for sale for a long time, and then it just became sold, and
Yeah.
Daniel, did they fill that in already?
I don't
haven't
know.
been up there.
I don't know.
Oh.
That-
it's filled in.
Mike,
It's
have you-
completely filled with dirt.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
All right.
That's only that's just observation as a resident that like there are problems with parking and just it's this easy get out, like easy ticket out. They say, hey, let's fill it in and just park out car on the street when there's no parking.
This is a problem we have throughout the whole town. We try to stay on it as much as possible within the law.
Okay.
And I appreciate you coming forth with these, situations. We don't consider them insults that you're telling us. It's just something maybe our eyes, we only have a certain amount of eyes out there. We have a town of 23,000 people.
Sure.
So when somebody comes to us with something and it's legit, we take note of it and we correct it.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah. Anybody else care to speak? A lot of feedback on this system. Yes, Jeff?
Good evening. Jeffrey Freitag, 35 Hillman Drive, Elmwood Park. A microphone. Nice. Okay. Last month, or I believe it was the work meeting, the CFO got up and told about $1 million overspent in the budget. And there are explanations of what it was spent for within tonight's agenda. The one question I do have, and it's R459-23, it tells where the money is coming from, and it's from the reserve for tax appeals. Now, how much was in the tax appeal line?
I'll give you those numbers. I don't know if anybody else here can, but we could certainly get them to you once we speak to the CFO.
I believe it was $1 million, Mayor.
$1 million's taken out of it, so it disappeared then. I mean, because it's being used to offset the $1 million that was
So-
overspent.
So the money was taken out, there was some money used for appeals. What the balance was, he utilized to offset the deficit in the budget from the tax appeals and from water.
Okay, what I'm asking is, how would this money get back in there for next year?
It's not going to. What has happened here, we had, and I questioned it myself at the work meeting, you were there. But when it comes to black and white, it shows where we've exceeded costs that even anticipated were far greater, things that out of our control. So with that said, you have to find the money. The money was in there. Going forward, we're going to have to tighten the belt. Probably, it's going to lead to a tax increase going forward, which I hate to say the words out of my mouth. My mother used to put soap in my mouth when I said increased taxes. So that's the situation, Jeff. It's not devastating because we do have the money to offset it.
Okay. One of the other things is this. It says, whereas this will enhance the borough's year-end fund balance. It's going to give you more money for the balance. Whereas this will enhance the borough's year-end fund balance. Make it get higher, the balance.
Anybody here have any knowledge on that?
Well, I think every budget replenishes the surplus, right? So I take that wording as that, this maneuver will allow the borough to not continuously lower the surplus, but replenish it. But I could be, that's just me, that's me giving a shot at this. It's like
Okay.
every budget ends, with this, the surplus does not continuously go down because we'd be out of it, So by doing this maneuver, we're able to end the year with money going back into surplus. That's how I read it, but that's just me.
And
I don't know how it would go back, that's what I'm asking.
Jeff, this really is, this really is a good policy over the years to embellish some of these line items and have that surplus in there for a rainy day, so to speak, like we're facing this year. So,
But from what I can see, these are salary expenditures, unless I'm wrong.
from the report I received, these were over-the-top expenses that could not be foreseen, typical. Michael, could you elaborate on some of the items?
Yes, I met with the CFO regarding this. So what he does is he tries to forecast, and he appropriates money in certain line items, anticipating certain expenditures through the year. In this case, and every year, he's off, right? So he has to take the one that he over budgeted and take that money and put it where he under budgeted. That's what happened. He gave me a list of things that were up. So for example, health benefits in '23 as opposed to '22 went up $387,000.
Okay.
Recycling, $200,000. Passaic Valley Water, $200,000. Workers' comp, $50,000. PSE&G for the borough, $60,000. Fire department stipend, $50,000. Our telephone bills, $50,000 increase, and our pension contribution, $60,000. All that being said, and that's just a snapshot, is $1 million right there. So that stuff all increased. Maybe the incoming stuff didn't increase to meet that. So what he had anticipated fell short. However, he had extra money tucked over here, which wasn't used. So that was taken out and plugged into these shortfalls, if that makes sense.
Which he will need to put money in there at some point, because there's always tax appeals.
And we were lucky this year. We didn't need to use it, so he was able to take that out and plug it in there.
So then this was not caused by payroll?
It was caused by his, how do I word it? He didn't appropriate enough for that item in certain areas. So he appropriated it over here.
Unintended consequences. I guess what we're going to have to do going forward is project more in surplus on these items so that we don't get into a situation. This was a rare year.
But you're depending on surpluses to offset your budget.
Well, once again, there was
Not a good thing.
Unforeseens there, Jeff. That
Why was it-
legitimate.
Well, what I'm saying is payroll, why is it unforeseen?
Why is it what?
Why is it unforeseen? If you have a catastrophe, things like that.
Well, Mike, situations where we've had people out and had to hire people to cover those areas so that the ship runs smooth across the board. Am I correct with that?
No, I did a look into that. That was what was thought. However, I could speak for the police department. Our overtime was equal with what it was the previous year, which is always anticipated. So it wasn't an overtime thing. I think it was just, salaries increase every year. All this stuff increases every year. I think it was just, an error in judgment as to where to put the money, but the money's there. It just wasn't in the right spot.
Because he was talking about a workman's compensation.
Well, that went up, so that's part of the formula.
$300,000?
No, I don't believe so, but it was some amount, but it wasn't, I don't believe it was that high.
Okay. I mean, I'm only depending on what you're telling me, but he came up here last month and it was like $300,000 for workman's comp. First of all, it's insurance. Your rate can go up, it's an experience rating on what it is, but $300,000 seems a little extraordinary. Thank you, Sandy. Good luck.
Thank you.
And Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy holidays.
Also to you, Jeff. Anyone else care to speak? Oh, Kenny, come on, Kenny, come on up. Ladies and gentlemen, this was he was the guest mayor's at the tree lighting ceremony, and he got to speak to the kids.
Right. And guess what? After that, I saw. You believe this one? I walked up here and I was sitting by the front of the bank, and I saw this guy with an old man try to use a key to open the bank. Yes. Yes, I'm not lying to you. I saw it. And I tell the police right away. I said, this guy want to break into our bank. I said, why? He thinks he owned the... Yes. Right. Right. But I'm just saying that you should have a light out there at nighttime. And it's like, who owns the bank now? Because, maybe this old man thought he owned the bank. I don't know. But he had a key. He tried to break in.
Well, Kenny, on the lighter side, it probably was a trap for them. The bank had closed down.
No, but this is an old man. And it was a cane we had, a walking cane. I saw him. And he was trying to get in there. And he tried to use the key. No, he had a key. He was using a key to get in.
Was it the two thieves from Home Alone?
Right.
It was?
But it really is truth. I seen it. I've seen it in front of my eyes. And I said, this is really weird. I saw it.
All right, we'll keep our eyes on that, Kenny.
I'm watching it too, man. I'm watching everything going on. You see? I'm watching everything. I'm seeing everything going on, and I see it. I said, holy cow. I said, this is crazy. And I made a report to it, the police officer. I gave a report. And I don't know what happened after that, but I just said it was a silver car, and it was parked in the corner. And when it was walking, and it was like they couldn't walk, and he was like in a cane, and it won't mend. And I said, really weird. Yeah, when I saw it. Oh, I did report it. I did.
You keep this up, Kenny.
I am, man. I'm doing it.
And we're going to have to make you a police officer.
I'm doing it. I'm watching everything.
All right, Kenny. Anything
And I
else?
want to say something else. I want to say, everybody, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
All right, Kenny.
I want to say that, too. And you know something? I just came back from a Christmas party. I just came back. That's why I was late, because I had to go to a Christmas party. And I just came back, and I wanted to show you about that part.
Well, how was the party? Good?
Oh, it's delicious. It was a good dinner.
Okay.
We had a diner night, with the program I belong to. Okay. You know one thing we don't have? Special ed kids, we don't have no parties in this area. Nothing with special ed. Nothing.
No parties?
No parties. We have no...
You want a party?
Right?
Kenny,
I don't know what I did now.
Party!
Yeah. Thank you, Mayor. I appreciate that. But I should say to you, I'm from special ed. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Merry Christmas to you.
Anyone else from the public here to speak? If not, I'll close the public portion and, yes, sir.
I forgot one more thing.
One more thing, that's like Fox News, one more thing, right? You watch Fox News or CNN?
No, I don't watch any of that.
He doesn't-
I'm sorry. There was one thing. We noticed that the River Drive by former Markel, with the new warehouse being built, that was being remodeled. There's actually now sidewalk, like a zigzag sidewalk. Was the county responsible for all that work there, or who was in charge of this? Because
Specifically, we're talking about sidewalks, curbs?
no, like the whole street. Because the issue is, probably you all live in town. You know that when trucks are coming off to Markel back in the day, getting off 80 and making a left turn, they'll always knock over the post with the lights. That intersection is not widened. It was actually a chance to make it wider, to be more. Now we're going to have more truck traffic to that warehouse.
Not really. The traffic, when it came to the planning board, was about the same, if not a little less, compared to what was there before, but continue.
Yeah, because I actually noticed it yesterday. There was a truck to trailer trying to get off and make a left, and left on a River Drive and got stuck. Because it was just because it's the width of the street is too narrow.
And not to make fun of what you're saying, but that's out of our hands.
I understand. That's why I'm
This
asking
is-
if it's a.
This is the divine person that's controlling all that,
So
not
the,
us.
so the county.
But Mayor, I want to add something, just so the gentleman knows. There's a Route 80 widening project that's happening from like Hackensack all the way to Patterson or whatever. And part of the project will be that exit off of 80 will feed into the Market Street. It'll become one intersection. Everything will get wider. Now, this is several years away, but that's the long-term engineering plan for that. So, you know, we know that, we're aware of that. So I just want you to know that. So,
But there's, right now it's so easy, just add like a few more feet of that street and it'll be much, much easier.
no, I get your point. I
Yeah.
want to, you know, that is, that's in the works one day. So, you know, just so you
Okay.
know.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Anybody else? If not, I'll close the public portion. Shanae, are we concluded here?
Yes, Sal, do you have anything for executive?
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. We have some cold pizza and sandwiches we're going to bring out, ladies and
Okay.
gentlemen, so stick around.
Oh, wait, Mayor, we
When-
do have one item for executive, so,
We do?
yes.
Okay, I thought we were clean with no executive.
No,
Okay,
one thing.
You have it, or who has it?
No, Councilwoman Dennis.
Oh, okay. Okay, all right, so we're gonna go into executive. Motion to go into executive?
Well, yes, I mean.
We're gonna go into executive. I'll bring the pies out and the food first, and we'll come back out as soon as we're done. All right? Okay?
Whereas the Open Public Meeting Act, PL 1975, Chapter 231 permits the exclusion of the public from a meeting in certain circumstances, and whereas this public body is of the opinion that such circumstances presently exist, and whereas the governing body wishes to discuss litigation and legal reports, minutes will be kept, and once the matter involving the confidentiality of the above no longer requires that confidentiality, then the minutes can be made public. Now therefore be it resolved that the public be excluded from this meeting.